There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
1, 2.
What are we waiting for?
Check me out right here, yo.
Do it. How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man?
They gonna get it to us. We got to take it.
They want to black out. We gonna give them a black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Now, look.
Touchdown. Brian Westbrook, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win.
Let's get into it all day. Relentless.
Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got.
Right now.
You ain't ready for a fight? Go ahead and go home. Because that's what this gonna be for full court. A fight. We always win when we fight together.
That's how winning is done.
Now get out there and do it to me. There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
What you say?
That's
Win.
that's how winning is done, Mike. That's how winning is done. The flight is me, it's Mike, it's Man Cave, it's Sunday, it's Super Bowl Sunday, Mike.
Yeah,
Welcome,
yeah.
my co-host. He picked it all year. We here, Mike. Super
That's
Bowl.
right. I know. I said KC. I said Philly. Now the ending, I picked Philly. So let's see if it all comes together.
Look, man, we here 215 Philly stand up, man. King Gilly out there, man, acting a fool. Hey, Louisiana's going up tonight, Mike. Man, I'm anxious, but I'm not even nervous. I'm like, look, on paper, we better. The taste of defeat 2 years ago, we better. Why you laughing?
You see the comment?
No, you know what? I was gonna wear my dark shades because I'm in the zone. Look, ain't no more time to talk.
Hey, finesse. They could blitz, but Saquon gonna run a little five-yard route and just dump it off to him, and then he gonna take off.
Finesse, I usually got time for you. I ain't got no time for you tonight, bro. I ain't got no time for you, bro. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I ain't doing it. Y'all not gonna win, bro. Okay, Chiefs gonna blitz you could blitz Saquon all day, but me and Mike about to get into the assets and what's about to happen and why they about to start throwing the ball. This is the game, Mike. Screen pass. So, Mike, how you feeling about Super Bowl Sunday and how you think things gonna kind of lean towards right now, looking at the last 2 weeks?
I mean, I'm feeling good. I mean, everybody seems to be getting healthy. I think it's going to be a good game. Even though we're talking like, oh, it's another repeat. We've seen this shit before. Well, no, you really haven't. The last time these two played, the Eagles' whole defense wasn't there. Like, they were all not even drafted. They weren't even on the team. Like, this is a whole new setup. And Saquon wasn't about this. So this is different. Totally different.
Yeah. Get your popcorn ready, Finesse. It's about to be a showdown. It's gonna be a showdown with the hose down. Woo! It's noggin season. So, Mike, I got some snippets. You know how we do on the flight, man. It's up, man. 6 o'clock, 6:30. It's going down. Shit. We might even jump on here live at halftime. Start talking shit if the double nickels on his way. We might start. I'm not gonna get too far ahead of myself, but first of all, Mike, like Finesse over here talking about shutting down Barkley. First of all, happy birthday to Cooper DeJean and Saquon Barkley.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
double B days.
Right, both of their birthdays is today. What up, Yoli? Yeah, thank you. We don't need it, but we'll take it. Mike, both of their birthdays today. It's birthday boys, both on the Eagles side. Offensive Player of the Year officially. They gave the MVP to Josh Allen, which we call right. We call
deserved. Yeah, well deserved.
Yeah. So let's take a little gander at the Offensive Player of the Year breakdown real quick.
The two-time touchdown machine in Cincinnati.
The dual threat quarterback and his new unstoppable partner in Baltimore.
And the newest inductee of the 2,000-yard club.
Here are the finalists of the Offensive Player of the Year.
Joe Burrow, he is a perfectionist. Welcome to the bird, baby. Are you kidding me? He jumped over. King Henry looks good in the Ravens purple. The more he gets the ball, the stronger he gets. There's Jamar Chase. One of the great catch and run artists in the NFL.
That's right, Mike. That's right.
Listen, you know what's funny about that shit is Barry Sanders was telling that girl to move the hell out the way. Who was that shit? He was like, get out of my way, let me talk.
He was like, girl, let me tell you, come on now. You know the running back gonna get this. And the thing I love about Barry, man, he still got that eyebrow scowl. Remember that scowl he makes?
Yeah.
That look, bro. Oh, he looked like he can go out there and play. Finesse. And the winner goes to
Saquon Barkley. Saquon, good beer tonight. He's got a busy week, but he sent this message.
It's an honor and privilege to be selected the Player of the Year. I'd like to give thanks to God first. Without him, none of this would be possible. I'd like to give thanks to my family, my fiance, my children, my mom and dad, my brothers and sisters. Thank you guys so much for the love and support throughout this journey. I'd like to thank the fans of Philadelphia for showing so much love to me and my family, especially being the newcomers. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my teammates and coaches. You can't be great without the greatness of others, one of my favorite quotes. And you definitely can't accomplish awards like this without the big boys up front. So thank you guys so much again. Like I said, it's an honor and a privilege. You guys have a great night.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Could have got the record, but we got bigger shit on the table tonight, Mike. Man, congratulations to that guy. We want to thank, first of all, the Philly organization wants to thank the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys for giving us Saquon Barkley and Kellen Moore, showing them that they couldn't work them pieces. So let us work them pieces. And it's Super Bowl Sunday, Mike. Saquon, Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to have to show it on his birthday. You know that Chiefs defense is going to be tuned in to shutting him. Everybody say they're going to shut him down first. So what do you think the Eagles need to do, either with Jalen Hurts, with Kellen Moore, and Saquon, as far as attacking his Chiefs early? How do you think that the first few drives need to go early?
First, they need to play the short game. Don't go for the bomb. If they're going to start blitzing, do the short game. Do little 5-yard routes with your wide receivers crossing in and out, or little slants. Hit your tight end on just a little dip route or a little curl route. Send Saquon out. Do a little dip pass out to him. You have to get some connection to make them step back some so they can stop pressuring you so much. And then right before they do that, there's going to be that opening. You're going to have that shot. Take it. You might not get it, but take the shot, because you might blast this thing wide open. One shot.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, so you saying that's the same thing I'm saying. Kind of use in the beginning, use Barkley as a decoy, right? But get him the ball on the perimeter with screen passes. Get Goddard, get AJ going on those screen passes, and then boom, all of a sudden you see Devontae Smith deep when they start closing in.
What up, normal guy?
Normal guy. Where you been, normal guy? Welcome to the show. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, sir. We going up. Speaking of that, Mike, let's see what the boy Jalen Hurts talking about, what he think he gonna do at 6:35. Going.
Good morning, Jalen. What would be your main motivation by winning this Super Bowl?
I noticed that you guys have less penalties than the 2022. Mm-hmm. You have a more disciplined team. Do you think this team is better than 2 years ago? What did you learn about that loss in Super Bowl?
Well, yeah, I've always said that every team is different. And I think personally and individually for all the guys on the team, every year requires a different version of that player. And for us, we've got
a ton of different players on our team. Got a lot of young players starting and playing pivotal roles and everything. And so you just have to navigate that and find your way as a team for that year. And so we've been able to play disciplined ball. We've been able to play ball and be on the same page and find ways to win. And we're just looking forward to doing that one more time.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. So, way like you said in the intro, this ain't the same game as 2 years ago. Way better defense. The offensive player of the year, a focused Jalen said they lit a fire under him. And you can see it, man. Look, there's no more time for haters, Mike. There's no more time for commentating. The game is on its way. But you could see Jalen Hurts last year when he went on that run with AJ, and then you could just see the complete shutdown of the team, and we know what that was about. That's why it's a whole new coordinated squad here. But you could tell that this man he been on fire, and in his zone, kind of mentally, just understanding, yo, forget what everybody talking about. It ain't about stats, bro. It's about wins. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to win to get back here. That's what he's doing. So, Mike, what do you think against this Chiefs defense? Do you see more of Mahomes or Jalen Hurts airing it out more? Or do you see more of that regular type? Do you see that Super Bowl statistically that he put up 2 years ago? Or do you see more of him just doing what he's been doing to win? What do you think is going to look like tonight?
First off, did you listen to that? The guy asking the question was French. That dude was from France. That shows you how worldwide this game is right now. That's crazy.
Crazy. Don't y'all? And they say, I think the Steelers open up in Ireland next year.
See, that's nuts. We're bringing this thing worldwide.
It's gonna be a bunch of drunk motherfuckers out there, bro.
Jalen, I think it's gonna be a little of both. Like, there's gonna be times where he's just going just little stuff, or Saquon's gonna be able to. The box is gonna empty out a little more because they opened it up some. He'll be able to do his thing, and then there'll be moments where he has to do his thing. He's gonna have to make that big throw, that big pass. Whether it's 10 yards or whether it's 20 yards, he's going to have to do it to get the ball down the field and get in the end zone. So he does look mentally ready. Like, he looks laser focused. He looks completely calm, cool, collect type. Yeah. And hopefully he walks right up in here and he's straight ready for this. Because, I mean, the defensive lines, they're right there with each other. I mean, Chris Jones is going to be coming in that backfield. Them linebackers over there are going to be coming in, and they DB blitz more than anybody in the league. So hopefully that offensive line's healthy enough to pick up those blitzes, to get everything situated so he has enough time, again, just to dump it off. That's why I said you got to do those quick little routes at first. Let them continue that. It forces them to step back and have to play regular coverage.
Oh, they healthy, man. I got Lane Johnson on here a little later. He said we all good to go. You know, Landon Dickerson, man, they play college on bum knees. These guys are warriors. The Super Bowl, you got a whole off season to rest. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Somebody going to Cancun and somebody going to Disney World. So, so Mike, I like what you're saying. Yeah, I think, like, you know, I think at the end of the day, AJ I think you got to get AJ and Devontae in this game on the perimeter going first. I like the idea of using Saquon as a decoy early. Okay, we're not scared of this Chiefs offense. We know this defense of the Eagles is why they're here, amongst other things. But at the end of the day, this is why this is a different team from 2 years ago. Rely on your defense. Use Saquon as a decoy, and then attack downfield. Mike. So,
all right, let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah,
Bijan or Antonio Gates?
Antonio. There ain't no question.
I know, man. God, Bijan, that young up and comer. That's the only.
You about to get it? Yeah, but it's.
I already hit it. I just looked and I hit it.
Let me explain. Let me say 3-letter words to you. Hall of Fame. Okay. Do we know Bijan Robinson going to the Hall of Fame? We do not. Is Antonio Gates top 5 tight end that ever lived? Maybe 3? Yes. You better get Gates, bro.
Damn.
Normal guy. Tell him. He's struggling between Gates and an autograph Bijan, man. You better pull that Gates.
I mean, look, that's the Bijan.
I know that Falcons, that helmet is raw. I love the Falcons helmets.
The Charger one nice too, but it's like a salute to service. It's like the Army one.
That shit raw. That's the Junior Seau on. Mike, I'm gonna give you some time to think about it. Here go Kellen Moore running this offense. Man, Antonio Gates, Mike, come on.
I grew up around the game. My dad was a high school football coach for our team. Was across from Mustangs. Had a little Friday night lights feel to it. A small town out in Washington. And so those were my idols growing up. That's what I wanted to be every day. Getting done with school, I just went down to the football field. And I was the ball boy, and I just hung around those guys. That's really what my childhood was. And so I was fortunate to be around it. Sitting there watching film with him at night as he's preparing each and every week in high school football, and so that was really my foundation.
Student of the game. Thank you, Dallas, again. But at the end of the day, Mike, I feel like we had this talk a few weeks ago. Kellen Moore can't say nothing wrong with what he's doing because he's been spreading the ball, and it's tough to do with this. So you got a lot of weapons. A lot of coordinators wouldn't have been able to come in here and do what he's doing. But none of that makes any difference if he don't do it today. He has to have the ultimate game plan to get Jalen warmed up, get AJ the ball, get Saquon 20 to 30 carries, air and ground, no turnovers, keep Jalen Hurts off his back on the field, and find a way to get Goddard, Devontae, and maybe a third option. It's tough to do, Mike. That's a tough job.
Spreading the ball is always tough when you got a lot of weapons like that, because then sometimes you think you're overcrowded. Like, look at the Bears right now. I mean, I get it. Caleb Williams is their quarterback, but look at all the weapons they got over there. And they couldn't get the job done some of those games. It was just weird over there. But, I mean, the way they've taken it back. And see, this is what people, when they say Jalen doesn't do the job or he doesn't have this, he's only having this. But that's because everybody said, give Saquon the ball. If they're not going to stop him, let him run all over these fools. And then when we need to step in, we'll step in. And that was the glorious thing about this team. They've come together and said that, hey, we don't need our catches. Wide receivers are greedy, selfish bastards, man. They want their receptions. They want their yards. But guess what? They all said, hey, do whatever it has to do to get that W. Jalen, Brown, Smith, Goddard all said it and said, hand that ball off to Saquon until they stop him. And when they stop him, throw it over the top, and we'll go get it.
That's why this is the perfect team, because AJ, in the beginning of this last year, I think it was all about stats with him. But then he realized that these Super Bowls are rare. So Devontae Smith is already that dude. He's already that guy. But all of them are humble. Saquon, that's why this is the perfect mixture. Like, because all these kids, all these dudes are young. Jalen Hurts, nobody cares about the limelight. They're really trying to get this ring. I think Saquon was the one that really was that final nucleus piece to getting everybody to be on page and say, F the stats. Look, I could have broke mad records, but I'm healthy now. We 100% healthy. It's his birthday. It's going down, Mike. So, yeah, Kellen Moore's got a tough job, but I think he's going to get it going. At the end of the day, like I said before, the reason why I'm not nervous about this game at all is because I think that for the Chiefs to beat the Eagles, Mahomes and the Chiefs offense have had to have a supreme, phenomenal game, something we haven't seen really all year, maybe once or twice. For the Eagles to win this game, I don't think we have to play our top-notch, top 10 game. 55 points last 2 weeks ago, and Jalen Hurts still is not throwing 3 touchdowns. He's still not throwing 300 yards a game. So maybe
I think defensively, you have to have an amazing game plan. You have to play your best game defensively, because to shut down Mahomes, no matter what anybody says, Andy Reid knows how to move that offense. So you have to shut down that offense. If you shut down that offense, the Eagles offense does not have to have that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Type shit. They can just do their normal shit.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Mahomes has to have, it really comes down Mahomes. Mahomes has to have a phenomenal game, because the Eagles can put up 30, 25 points on just an everyday, getting Saquon, getting AJ, just the everyday thing, doing Jalen Hurts, pushing for 2-3 touchdowns. You can get 20 points from this team not playing flawless. But are you going to get 20, 30 points from Mahomes if this Eagles defense shows up? That's exactly what I'm talking about, Mike. That's why me and you, that's why Mike is on the flight, because from September 8th, he picked the Eagles, even though he's a Browns, 2-1-6 in the building. He used his brain, and it's going down. So speaking of defense, Mike, let's bring up the anchor of that defense. This guy has to have a huge game. If it wasn't for him against the the Rams, we may not be here. Let's talk to the big boy, Jalen.
Well, I know this is absolutely a whirlwind, but as a hit now that you guys are definitely playing in a Super Bowl here in New Orleans.
Yeah, man, just seeing all this is new to me. You know, I had 2 natties where we had media come in and talk to us, but right now you can't even move around, so you see the difference. It's fun. I'm enjoying the screens.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the experience you have with the national championships. How much are you going to rely on that you've been on big stages before?
Oh, yeah, you know, I've been on big stages before, 2 natties. In them 2 games, I've been pretty calm, you know, and at the end of the goal was to win them games, and, you know, our team got that dub, and so right now, that's the goal for this week, you know, win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. And
Mike, is this the game where Jalen Carter turns into baby Warren Sapp? Who said it earlier in the season? I said, like, he already better. I'm not gonna say he better than Jerome Brown, but he already talent-wise, size, speed-wise, better than Jerome Brown. He just gotta stay consistent with the years that Jerome was, which was probably one of our best defensive. You see that Jerome Brown patch right there. Rest his soul, rest in peace with the great Reggie White. Is this the game Jalen Carter does the same thing he did against the Rams? Because, Mike, you flush Jalen Carter, start dominating that middle, and flush Mahomes out, and we got them edge guys coming, BG balling, and the guys locking down in the secondary. It's going to be a long day for Mahomes if he can't step up.
To me, it's not about him getting flushed out. It's about him getting pushed back. Because the more he goes backwards, the more time the DBs have, and then he's got to throw off his back foot going backwards. Right. Like you said, he can't step into the throw. He's got to throw off his back foot, and we see Mahomes do it. Thing is with Jalen Carter in your face, and then you do have those ends coming around, and again, that secondary is going to do its job. It's more about, hey, you got to take his safety blanket out. If they could take out Kelsey and make sure he's covered and dealt with, well, then Mahomes is going to have a lot more trouble, because he might have that running back that can skip out and get a little pass or something, but it's going to be tough days, because once you get pressure up the middle, it always makes it tough no matter who you are as a quarterback.
So Mike,
there's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
Just win. Whatever it takes to win, right?
Yep.
My girl down just walked past smiling. She bucket naked with the Eagles drawers on. Let's get it.
Yeah, like Jameis Winston, got to eat the W.
Gotta eat that.
Gotta eat that W.
Yo, he been silly all Super Bowl.
That dude been silly all fucking Super Bowl week. You hear all the shit he was doing, man? That shit was funny as fuck.
I think he needs to go ahead and retire and just start doing that shit. They're gonna pay him the same amount of money.
He might as well. He real good with the Mike doing his little show shit. That shit's
wild. I didn't even know he was that good, but he good. That boy good. So pause. Yeah, Mike, you right. Flushing. And that's when Mahomes starts making mistakes. When he starts throwing off that back foot, you see either 2 things from Mahomes: greatness or mistakes. Mm-hmm. Against this defense, he has not faced this defense yet. He's faced a lot of good defense. Denver should have been a loss. Ravens should have been a loss. I mean, all the good defenses he's faced, JAE, half of the man cave said it. We've said it. Who did the Chiefs really beat? I mean, the teams that had tough defenses, they barely skated by. So now you're playing the number 1 defense, hungry. Man, it's going to be a war, Mike. It's going to be a war. It's going to be exciting. I'm getting revved up. We revving y'all up. It's the open mic. I'm here with the infamous Big Mike, a.k.a. Nighttime Night Train. Yo, listen to that boy voice at the end of the night. Hopefully we all cuddled up with our trophy tonight, Mike. Look, so now we're going to talk about that defensive line, Mike. You talked about Chris Jones. Another thing he was saying with Travis Kelce before we move to the D lines and O lines, how many yards do the Eagles need to keep Travis Mahomes under or Travis Kelce under to be able to keep this offense under 20 points? How many yards do you think?
You know what the funny thing is he could have a 100-yard game. You just got to limit every other aspect of it. You have to do what you did against the Commanders, limit every other aspect. Terry McLaurin got off, got 50 yards and a touchdown, but that was it. It was 3 catches, 50 yards and a touchdown. If you can do that with everybody else on the team, and Zach Ertz got 11 catches, 100-something yards, it didn't matter because, again, you limited everybody else. If you can do that, it doesn't matter. Kelce can do his thing. He's going to do it regardless.
Yeah, he's going to get his 5 to 8 catches and
he's going to get 70 yards. I know he's going to do that. That's going to happen.
Well, man, look, it's a check. We're not Nakobe Dean. We wish he was here because I feel like if Nakobe was here, I think at this point in Kelce's career, it's crazy to say it, but we can say that now. Kelce can be shut down. Noah Gray, the other tight end, I feel like he's starting to level up. And once you shut Kelce down, Gray starts to open up, and then that opens up everything else. But because Nakobe Dean's not there, yes, it's a loss. But we got BG, which is going to be another pass rusher when guys get tired. I think they're just going to plug him in. He's not going to start. They're just going to plug him in and get 20, 30 rushes a game just to keep bodies fresh out there, Mike. But the Pro Bowler of the year or for the Eagles linebacker and the future of the linebacking core with Nakobe Dean. What's the name? I just lost his name, but he's the one that's going to be guarding.
Nick Braun?
Yeah, Braun is going, and that's his special. Well, Nakobe Dean is the faster linebacker. He's the coverage linebacker, and Braun is the tackling linebacker. But Braun is a very good cover. That is another key to this game. Braun on Kelce, CJ Gardner on Kelce. If CJ Gardner comes up, and he likes to come and lay that big hit, is he going to be able to lay that big hit on Kelce and knock him down and flush the ball out or force a turnover? Or is he going to knock that? Look for it, Mike. If he comes and tries to smack Kelce over that middle, is he going to not wrap and try to smack and Kelce bounce? Because that's what Kelce can do. He can bounce off that and take that 40. Got to watch trying to smack Kelce,
Got to wrap him up.
Yeah, and I know CJ Gardner. He liked the big hit. Let's talk about the D-line, the O-line. Chris Jones versus the greatness, the captain.
Yeah, so they've been banged up and beat up. I think for normal humans, if you're missing something and something's broke, they have a hard time walking, but they're guys that are able to go out there and play. But it's like with anything, they're so strong and freakish at what they do that they're able to kind of compensate if they do have any element. And so for Landon's, I think even in college, he's played with torn like MCL, meniscus tear. I mean, he's not going down.
Yeah. Warriors, bro. Goliath's in there. Line. Mike, no, I got the Mike. Mike's our right guard, our Pro Bowl right guard. So we got our right guard opening up holes all the time. So without Mike, we wouldn't have no lanes. So offensive line, 3 pro, maybe best line in football, Mike. Like I said, on paper, the Eagles can win, should win, need to win. They cannot lose this Super Bowl 2 out of 3. This Super Bowl changes Jalen Hurts' trajectory in his career. Kellen Moore's trajectory in his career, Nick Sirianni's trajectory, Vic Fangio, everybody. Like now you have that. Now Kellen Moore can leave or stay. It's his choice. He can do whatever he wants. Vic Fangio can step down, and even though we don't want that, we know what happens when those D coordinators might come coaches. And then, unfortunately, as much as I've been riding Nick Sirianni, Mr. Nick Sabotage, if he wins this Super Bowl, he can shut up everything, bro. Really. Because all he does is win, Mike. All he does, he's goofy, but all he does is win.
Well, look, there's a lot of things that goes into this game. And with Fangio, yeah, he could step away, go be a head coach somewhere, or why not just be the D coordinator of the best defense in the league right now? Continue doing that. Kellen Moore, he looked like he's going to take that New Orleans job. I think that's a done set thing. He's out of here. He's going to the Saints. So this season, what he's done with this offense has gotten him a head coaching job so he can go see what he's going to do at that.
He deserves it.
Sirianni, this is contract year. Like after this next year, it's time to either get paid or go somewhere else. So now let's see what's going to happen. And you know what the biggest thing is Jalen Hurts. If he can win this Super Bowl, if he can beat Pat Mahomes in the biggest game, he's done something nobody else has besides Tom Brady. Joe Burrow beat him in the playoffs, but he's also done something the rest of these young quarterbacks besides Mahomes hasn't done, which is win a Super Bowl. Allen hasn't made it there. Joey B went there and lost. You got to think he's starting to take a step ahead because Joey B and him are drafted in the same class. Now he starts taking that step ahead.
Yeah. And make sure tonight, if certain things happen, I know where you're going to be. Keep somebody close to the speakerphone so I can let them know that. Because what up, Bobby G? Welcome to the flight. Finesse says Lamar got snubbed. There's no way Lamar got snubbed with all them weapons and what he did and what Josh Allen did without no weapons. So we can't even say that. Josh Allen.
They recognize that they gave Lamar it last year and he probably didn't deserve it last year. It should have been somebody else last year. I feel like CMC probably should have got it. Lamar did. Yeah. He didn't do half of what he did this year, but Allen did everything he did without anything.
The only two people that's up for that MVP award was Saquon Barkley and Josh Allen, period. And they did it right. They did the right thing because, that they did the right thing. We'll talk about it tomorrow during the week on the Man Cave. We'll get into all them awards and all that. But Mike, so you were saying, yeah. So the thing about Jalen Hurts, you're right. Not only does this plateau him into that stratosphere, but you also got to remember of how he lost the Super Bowl 2 years ago and how he played. Like now you can say, okay, this dude is 2 turnovers, 1 turnover away. Just get through the game with no turnover. Keep it up since Thanksgiving. Don't do it today. Stay focused. You can say after this game, if the Eagles win this chip, that Jalen Hurts is 1 turnover away from outplaying Mahomes twice in the bowl. Who can you say that has done that? It's got to be done, though. It's got to be done. Yeah, you're right, Bobby G. Bugatti, Saquon, as much as people ride Jalen Hurts, and I feel like so many people say Jalen Hurts is not the key to this offense, we're going to find out. We're going to see exactly what his legacy is tonight. But if that's the case, then that means you got to give it to Saquon Barkley because he carried this team, right? And the defense. So, it makes sense. That's right, Rob. It's almost up. It's almost up. We're just warming y'all up. It's the flight. It's me and Big Mike out here. Mike, that's so we got one more. We got one more. Last but not least, man, the Big 11. I said this. I said against the Rams. I said AJ Brown is and Goddard. I think are Jalen Hurts' Goddard. Devontae Smith is that dude that's always going to show up. Whether he catches 2 touchdowns, whether he catches a great sideline pass, he's always going to show up.
Yeah.
But AJ Brown and Dallas Goedert, both to me, got to get fed the rock today. We need 7 to 10 catches from both of them. Didn't see it in the Rams game because of the weather. And then last week against the Commanders, we seen AJ explode a little bit. Indoors, dome, 1-on-1, they got to feed 11 the ball. Mike, I'm looking for a big game. I'm looking for over 100 from AJ today and 2 TDs. They're going to need it. Let's talk.
This is cool. But, the game is the only thing that's important. From what I learned to come into this Sunday, stay focused and just doing what I have to do. Just get through it. Keeping my emotions intact. Because none of this matters. It's about performing well, and being ready to play.
Yeah, Mike. So how you feel about Mike? How you feel about your number one receiver, A.J. Brown? He's got to have over 100 yards in this game, doesn't he?
No.
No?
I don't
Not
think he
even-
has to. I mean, you got to think McDuffie's probably going to be put on him, so it's going to be a battle with him over there. It's going to be Devontae Smith that probably gets most of it. AJ still do his thing, but I think Smith will reap the benefits of McDuffie being over there with AJ. But no, I don't think AJ has to have some crazy game. I mean, he could have the scary Terry game, 3 catches, 50 yards for a touchdown. He don't need to have some crazy absolute game, especially if Saquon's doing his thing. And when they try to shut him down, I think it's going to be Smith and Goddard that take advantage of the situation. They might even bring in, listen, they might do what the Bills should have did. The Bills waited all year. They traded and got Amari Cooper, and then they said, you know what? We're never going to use this man.
Right.
Maybe the Eagles all of a sudden sneak in, Jahan Dotson in there and do a little something quick slant up the field with him. Whoop, bam.
Didn't it happen against the Rams? Didn't he score again? His first touchdown was against the Rams in the playoff game. So, yeah, you're right. That's another key, man. Another key. Like, that's why I got the jersey on. You see me. I don't wear Jalen Hurts shit much. I love the kid. Pause. I'm in his corner. He's my quarterback. And my T.O. boy, he's my quarterback.
He's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback. That's QB1, man. And I wouldn't trade him for nobody. But tonight, they backed the Brinks truck up in your backyard, right? They brought your buddy over, Big AJ. They brought over the best receiving core. They brought over the Matrix. They gave you the line. They shipped out the cornerback, the offensive coordinators. What else can they do, Jalen? It's your time. It's on your shoulders. It's your legacy. It's your jacket. You got to go get it, Mike, right? You got to go get it. You got to beat the GOAT. We got to look. It's dynasty killing season, Mike. It's time to kill that dynasty.
It is. And to be honest, I think the Eagles are set up to do that. You got that hell of a running back in Saquon. You got that defense that's set up on every level. See, that's how you take down Mahomes. You have to have a defense that has stars every level. Every level. And they got it.
They got it.
I mean, they got Braun, they got Carter, then you got, the great white hypes all back there. Then you got Quinyon Mitchell. You got all sorts of shit everywhere on that defense.
Man, we got James Bradbury on IR. He talking about he won't play in the game. They sat him on IR all year because we couldn't move him. Like, we got Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who's not even smelling the field yet. His dad was it. Man, look. Again, me and Mike, the flight, Man Cave, Most Fila, we here. We're going to have one more flight before we take a break and get ready for the draft. It's either, and we hoisting the trophy, but they got to do it the right way. Mike, so on the end of this, I'm going to give you my keys to victory for the Eagles. And it breaks down to what's been going on since Thanksgiving. Like, Jalen Hurts don't have to be phenomenal, but you have to have less turnovers than Patrick Mahomes. If that means one, then one. If that means none, which is beneficial, and that's what we've been seeing from Jalen. Mahomes have 1 or 2, you better have 1 or 0. Right, Mike? You got to have less than him. If not none. You can't even afford to give Mahomes the ball because the Zebras are out there. Taylor Swift is out there. The check has been written, Mike. Taylor Swift wrote the check to the Zebras. And if it's close, they want to see that dynasty three-peat. They want to see it. They want to see Mahomes. They want to see Mahomes with all the commercials, with Andy Reid, with Taylor Swift. None of us want to see that. So I know y'all all representing the green unless you in Missouri, because we got to dethrone and the way to do it, no turnovers from Jalen, balanced attack from Saquon, AJ, Devontae, Goddard. And on that defense, like you said, Mike, contain Kelsey, no big plays, There's no really big play threat on this team, but Worthy. But I feel like we got the guys to guard him. And Jalen Carter, BG, Nolan Smith have got to keep Mahomes, get Mahomes off of his spot, off his rocker. And the dynasty will be over. The baby dynasty's up, Mike. How you feel about the breakdown of tonight's game? What needs to happen? What doesn't need to happen?
I mean, you just got to contain big moments with the Chiefs. That's what the Eagles defense has to do. Contain the big moments. When the big moments are about to happen, you have to be able to stop them and not let them lights get so bright that you just your head's shaking, your eyes are bugging, and then you just don't know what the hell is going to go down because Mahomes does that. That's what he does in those moments. He makes shit happen. So you have to be able to contain that moment and put Mahomes in check. If you can do that, it's going to be a W. It's going to be a W. Now, on the Chiefs side of the whole situation, I mean, Andy Reid's Andy Reid. That's where you live at. You live and die with that man. That man knows how to do this. Has been doing it for how damn long with the Eagles back in the day, with the Chiefs now. So it's really Andy Reid's whole thing. But if the Eagles defense can contain Mahomes' big moments, then the offense will be able to do their job.
And then all the haters will go away. Jalen, all the haters can go away. They can talk about stats. They can talk about turnovers. They can talk about amount of yards, average yards a catch, average yards a throw. They can talk about all of that. But then you have to be quiet all the way till September because now you go down Broad Street with the trophy. That's all that matters, right, Mike?
Yes, right.
So we gonna tune. Yeah. Get that money. Get that money. Me and Mike got money. We already know where our money lies. Mike picked them early because of the roster, and now it's time to show that roster is better than the Chiefs roster. But like Mike said, you got it. Nick Sirianni has got to either outcoach Andy Reid or at least level up. Like there's going to be a time in this game, Mike, and we may need it because you got to take the dragon's head off. You can't cut he can't cut his tail or his leg. You got to cut his neck off. Mm-hmm. So Nick Sirianni, some point in this game, is going to have to be Nick Sirianni, but he's going to have to do it smart. 4th and 2, tush push, third and 4th and 3 on our own 30. You're up by 10. You want to kick a field goal or you want to go for the 2 yards to finish him? It's going to be a time that Nick Sirianni's going to have to, grab a pair and try to outduel Andy Reid, Mike. So that's another key to this game. But
he needs to I don't want him to look at it like that. Don't look at it like it's you versus Reid.
No,
you got to do this as a committee. It's got to be Vic, Kellen, and you doing this as a committee. Don't try to step up like, oh, we're in a big game now. I'm going to take over. Don't do them rash decisions or do any of that shit.
No, you're right. You're right. But you do agree with me that there's a point where you're not looking across at Andy Reid. You're looking at your team, the clock, and what's going on.
Worry about that. Don't look over there. Worry about what's on your sideline.
Yeah, there's going to be a point in this game where Nick's going to have a 4th down and 2 when you know you can get it. And is he going to go for it? Is he going to kick it? Are they going to call the right play with Kellen Winslow? Is Kellen Winslow going to keep running? If you've already run that, I know this game's going to come. I hope it doesn't. I want the double nickel, Mike. I want to hold that shit up till draft. I want the double nickel on the Chiefs, but we know that's almost impossible. But there's going to be a time where, okay, say they run 3 QB sneaks, right? And then there's a key 4th down one. And you know how Kellen Moore likes to do the fake sweep and then kind of run out. That is going to be one of them plays that may end this game and end this dynasty, man. We can't see a 3-peat. It's not happening, Mike. It's going down. Mike, let's go through the score. What's your score for tonight's Super Bowl? Let's get it. Say the right things.
I've been saying 30-24 Eagles all week, so I'm going to just go ahead and stick with that.
I like that. 30-24, because I feel like we are going to put up 30, at least 30.
Well, I figure it's going to be this where the Eagles are going to be down by that 1 point. And they're going to have to go down that field, and they're going to end up scoring that touchdown to put them at 30.
Yeah. You said 30-24. I like 24 from the – yeah, I can see 24, even on this great defense. It's Mahomes, man. It's the Super Bowl. So
Bobby G going the other way.
Well, Bobby. Oh, let's Bobby
He
G.
said 34-30 KC.
Come on, Bobby G. You know better than that. Come on now. Come on, Bobby. That's okay. It's okay to be wrong, because even it's not your team. So even when you're wrong, you're right. So I'm going 34-24.
You're taking double digits, huh?
I think that the Chiefs are going to get 24, and I could see a fumble from Pacheco. I could see a turnover from the Chiefs in the fourth, and then I could see a Saquon Barkley put away. Happy birthday, good night. End of the dynasty, beginning of the new baby dynasty. Mike, let me ask you something before we ride out. If the Eagles beat the Chiefs tonight, that will be 2 Super Bowls in 8 years. That will be 3 divisional NFC championships in 7.5 years. Do you consider, with their age and what's going to go forward with the Eagles, can you see the Eagles in baby dynasty mode after dethroning the dynasty in the last? Hey, don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Don't laugh at you.
Man, come on, man. You're not coming on the last show. I'm done with you. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at Bobby. I'm laughing at Bobby. I get what you're saying. And I'm with you on this, though.
Oh, you laughing at Bobby?
Yeah, he says you're the one guy that bet against Jordan all the time.
Never, Bobby G.
Listen, I get where Bobby's at. You haven't seen Mahomes be beat, so you're going to ride it until he does get beat. I understand the logic. I 100% do.
Never.
I get it. But I'm just a guy that goes, it's got to end sometimes. Someone has to end it. This isn't going to continue to go.
Wait. Well, first of all, did Mahomes just call Bobby G Jordan? No. How many L's Jordan got? Come on, man. Don't put Mahomes in Jordan category. That you're wrong for that one. Do not put Patrick Mahomes in Michael Jordan category when he already got an L. And he almost got an L 2 years ago. That's not Jordan. So no. But I'm never, this is what I am doing. When I seen the end of the Bulls dynasty, when I seen, the end of Jordan and Pippen, I seen it coming. I seen Pippen, which is Kelsey. I seen Kelsey limping, fat, overweight, out of shape. Yeah, I seen that. I seen Pippen and Jordan beefing. I know when the dynasty ends, but no, I never betted against Jordan, ever. But Mahomes is not Michael Jordan. 0 losses, Mike. Sorry. Go ahead. What you were saying.
But yeah, no, I think the Eagles are on that path. I think they are. They're if they can get this win in the Super Bowl, they could definitely start becoming that. Because I mean, they've had winning seasons the last how many years? Hit the playoffs all them years. Super Bowl twice in the last 3 years. Like you said, the NFC Championship how many times in the last 8? I mean, they're doing a lot of things, and their whole defense is young as hell. Yeah. Young as hell. I mean, Darius Slay's up there, CJ Gardner, but the rest of them dudes is young as shit.
The whole team. Well, other than a lot of anchors, BG, Lane. But
yeah, I mean, but you can replace that. Getting offensive linemen you can get and be all right. But yeah, it's a young squad. And I think they can be. They got to get the Super Bowl win, though. They can't be that team that, hey, we could always get there. They can't be the Bills. We'll always get there and lose. You can't do that.
Normal guy said normals. I hear you. Normal guy. Yeah. He was riding with Jane. Normal guy, I know you got the Eagles because you was riding with Jaden Daniels and you disappeared last week because you had a lot of homework. Now you know you got to go with the Eagles. Come on now. Come on, bro. You know what it is. So, it's here. The flight, me and Mike going up. It's going to be a crazy week. Trades, NBA deadline, all that good stuff. The Super Bowl. Mike, there's only one thing to do,
Mike. 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy or you're only half happy? Or
still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay. You're up 2-0.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Job not finished. So,
Can't let this go until the fat lady sings, man.
I'll be messaging you through the game, Mike. Yeah, you know how we be. We'll be back and forth. I might jump on here live bucket naked at night, so don't come on here. Yo, I ain't saying that. Usually we start the show and end the show and let y'all know what Eagles do. I ain't got to explain to y'all what Eagles do no more. They soar. Yo, it's game time. We're a few hours away from the Super Bowl. Me and Mike, Man Cave Media, Most Feeler, yo, the three best in the city and the three best in New Orleans. AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, Saquon. Coming to get it, Mike. Let's ride out, Mike, on him. Let's ride out on him. Let's do it.